What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the video from the Demon Overlord. We're still going over some Magic Gathering cards because here we're going to be going over a different thing. Instead of a theme booster pack, we're going with the two different types of booster packs available. This right here is the 15 card booster packs. These are plain straight random luck. They could be full of rares. They can have nothing but junk cards. They're completely random. There is no guaranteed anything within them. Now, I also will be opening two other packs as well. These are the ones that have some guarantees with them. And these will have a cool little Xanthar battle scene on it. And these boosters are a little different. So set boosters, this is called. Starting way to add to your collection. Each booster contains at least one rare or mythic, maybe more, a guaranteed foil, and an art card. So that's pretty cool that you get some guarantee. Now these are about like $1.20 more than what it cost when I bought these things. So let's open them up and see what's in them. We're starting off with, of course, your standard draft boosters. Let's get into it and get nerdy. So first up, from the two little draft packs, we got some cool creatures, or at least some interesting ones that I think I got some love here. We got the Flame Skull, a normally just standard creature. It's actually a rare, though. Or wait, there's that mythic rare. Hold on. Oh, my apologies. That is a really rare, actually, one. That is an ultra rare card. It is red, not gold. I thought it was gold. But we have the cool Flame Skull. Now, it can't block, but, you know, it's just a simple little flying guy. If it dies, exile it. Do blah, blah, blah. Exile the top card of your library. Until the end of the turn, you may play one of those cards. Oh, that's pretty cool. Pretty nice ability. We have a Goblin Javelineer, which is only 1 mana. He is also 1/1, but he is interesting. Deals 1 damage to target creature blocking it. So, I mean, like, extra damage to the creature blocking. And I like the old artwork on it. Very nice, the full art card. So, really cool. Let's see what else we got, though. Okay, so here we got our kind of tokens of the two. We got the treasure token, which is what you want to get when you have a lot of those, like, sacrifice them or, you know, make a treasure token. We also got a wolf token. And this is based more on the armored wolf, probably more like an ally wolf or a war wolf, you know, being used by a war company. And it's really cool because there is actually a miniature for this. If you look into the Magic the Gathering token summoning, they do have a creature represented. So if you want to set him on top of that, it's just like extra love for your game, or use him for D&D as a representation card. You could. And he's a cool little 2/2. Really nice. And I got a lot of repeats, though, in this deck, or based on like how I got my theme packs. If you guys haven't checked out my theme pack video, definitely check it out. You'll see some more of the awesome creatures I got in there. I got a lot of repeats. Some of them really cool, like Gnolls. Always good to get Gnolls. I got another purple worm, some other stuff like that, and some more repeats of some lower level creatures. But I did get some cool legendaries, and those are going to be coming up next. So make sure you stay tuned for the rest of what I got for this draft pack. That really impressed me. Okay. So first up, we had two legendary creatures that won themselves. Drace himself, the one on the draft pack in his more artwork style card, which looks cool. The Elf Ranger himself, the one that is quite famous. Oh boy, with his double strike, a 3/3. He is a legendary creature. He's also rare. And then next to him we have Hama Pashar, some Rune Seeker. And she's also legendary creature as well, more of an uncommon. Room abilities of the dungeon you own trigger an additional time. Oh, that's a nice one. So with her in a dungeon set, you really could take advantage of your dungeon fully. I could see why she would be kind of good to get. Just enters the battlefield, you get to create his cat. Really cool. I don't know why it's a green cat when it's a panther. I would see more of a black cat making sense, but whatever. When a creature has a head power greater than Drist's power, put a number of 1/1. Wow. Drist is getting abilities to power up when a creature dies. That is interesting. Any creature showing with Drist that dies bumps him up when it's killed. That is impressive. Wow, Drist, you are one impressive creature, and definitely worth throwing into an awesome addition to a deck. Really nice there, Wizards. Really nice. Let's move on to the last two legendaries, though, of this set, and then we'll move on to some lovely mentions. So here we have a duo of legendary elf people. We have the human elf warlock and a human elf rogue. So starting with the rogue, we have Krydel Baldur's Gate. Now, Baldur's Gate, we're doing more of hell, of course, but it's very cheap to cast them with only 2 mana. 1 blue, 1 black. Very nice. Whenever it comes big, deals damage, deals combat damage to a player. That player loses 1 life and mills. And mills a card. Then you gain 1 life and scry. Whenever you attack, you may pay 2. If you do, target creature cannot be blocked this turn. Okay, it's got some interesting abilities there for a cheap creature to throw out there. Even though the legendary, they're not that powerful, but they have some interesting abilities. Now, Shezra, Death Whisper. see. When Shadow Death Whisper enters the battlefield, target creature blocks this turn if able. Okay. At the beginning of the end step, if a creature died this turn, you may pay 2 life. If you do, draw a card. Okay, so she's got a little bit of a hurt on her player as well as the opponent. I mean, she's one of those kind of cards you have to use kind of carefully, but they're both uncommon and both really cool. As a matter of fact, the Cridal Boulder's Gate is actually holographic, so a nice little a foil card. Really nice, and they look cool. So let's get on to the few honorable mentions we got here that just show off the D&D aspect even more. This is a newer card I thought was kind of cute. It's got the whole little tiefling sneaking into obviously a red dragon's lair. Kind of reminds me of the Hobbit with Bilbo stealing from Smaug, but in this case, I wouldn't steal from the red dragon. It's probably the worst dragon to steal from. That's right, Horde Robber here, a tiefling rogue sneaking in and doing it, and stealing some gold or treasure or whatever. Deals combat damage to a player, create a treasure token. That's a pretty good one, though. Whenever he deals combat damage to a player, he can make you a treasure token, which of course you can sacrifice more mana. Really nice. Now let's get to the last 2 mentions of this 2 draft packs. So first up we have you're ambushed on the road. Of course, when your players are walking down the road, the DM throws the whole, you suddenly hear noises, a couple snapping branches. Suddenly you are ambushed on the road by bandits. Oh boy. Only costs 1, but you get to choose an ability. Make a retreat. Return to a creature you control to its owner's hand. So I guess if you wanted to, this would be pretty good if an opponent was about to exile one of your creatures that you summoned, since you just summoned it. Or essentially target creature you control your owner's hand. So you can actually save a creature from being exiled with this, because this would be instantaneous, taking effect before their sorcery or whatever. And stand and fight. Target creature gets +1/+3 until end of turn. Okay, that's actually not bad. Either way, they can help beef a monster survive a fight, or pull them back to save them from a damaging effect. So pretty cool. You hear something on the watch. Oh, that's basically that poor guy who had to stay up all night and look over the fire and go, man, this is boring. Oh no, I hear something. You know, you suddenly hear something while at the fire. What is it, DM? It's bandits. Oh, of course it is. And then we have choose 1. Rouse the party. So all creatures you control get +1/+1 the end turn. It's a nice little booster, bolster of power. Then we have set off traps. This spell deals 5 damage to target attacking creature. Oh boy, you could drop a really weak or actually mid-powerful creature with that with 5 damage. So that's actually a pretty cool set of cards. They have nice abilities for the awesome like sort of thing they represent. Now, we're going to move on to the awesome set boosters, and being a little more expensive, I assume a little bit, I expect a little more from them. I got a lot of duplicates surprisingly in those draft packs, but some good like actual legendaries. So let's get into them and see what we get and what stands out. Let's get into them, shall we? Okay, so here's that full art card. It is the Gelatinous Cube, and man, that's a pretty nice little divider card you could be using. Whether in D&D as a nice little display card or to help separate cards in a box, well, that's pretty nice. Let's take a look at the back. On the back here, we have all the little information, you know, art series, 71 out of 81. So I'm assuming there must be 81 of these things out there. And we're in the second to last of the 10, so whatever, but made by Phil Stone. Man, Phil, you did a great job and blew it out of the park. That's a cool looking gelatinous cube. It looks like it actually even has a face, even though they normally won't, but it looks pretty freaking... Oh, sorry. Not a face. Those are just skulls that look like eyes and a mouth. But really cool. I love it. It's a really nice piece. I love what's eating your treasure. Nothing's worse for an interesting party when they go, no, our treasure has been devoured. Darn you, ooze. Moving on. Here we have the Neverwinter Dryad. And these are both a 1/1 creature. Sacrifice them for 2. Search your library for a basic forest card. Put on the battlefield, tap, and shuffle. And I love her. Man, I really gotta say, I love these sort of like book art card looking ones. Like they're like from the book illustration looking. Because gosh, they look so much better than the actual like the Neverwinter Dryad's actual art. She looks so much more pleasing and interesting to look at. Man, I really like that. I love how I got both versions. Or I actually got another Neverwinter Dryad. I might have a couple of these in a deck just so I can get extra forest down. But I might save her. I won't sacrifice her. I just love her card. She looks so cute and innocent. Man, what an interesting card. Man, those works are really nice. Moving on. Okay, moving on. We have the Orchid Gelling, which is X green. Oh boy, let's see what his abilities are. X. Whoa, he's just like a Hydra. Basically, this Orchid Gelling acts like a Hydra. However much mana you dump into him, he calls that many counters on it. Whoa, and when it dies, if it had 2 or more +1/+1, create a token that's a copy of it at the beginning. Wow. Wow. That's interesting. This creature is very unique. I like this Orchid Gelling. It took a simple jelly card. It is a rare card in the set, but it's not even the best of this booster. This draft, or this, wow. This draft pack, or set pack is really interesting. It got some really good cards. We also have a uncommon Lowsome Troll. This is definitely more on the actual troll of D&D that are more scrawny and skinny. A lot of people think trolls are big and muscular, and they are, but they're also very thin in their body type. They gave it that weird raven nose, which is really weird to me. I don't know why they gave him that really lengthy. It looks like he can poke you in the eye with it. Goodness gracious. Not too inexpensive, too, for his cost and a 6/2. Let's see what his abilities are. Roll the d20, blah, blah, blah. Oh, only if Lowsome Trolls in your graveyard you pay for that. Interesting. Top of your library, return Lowsome Troll to your hand, or if 20, you return to the battlefield tab. Okay, pretty cool, pretty cool. Let's get on with the 2 legendary creatures we got here. We're going to take a look at them, because they are really interesting to get. One of them I actually have the mini of. And maybe well, maybe not the other one, but we'll see. Okay, so that's answered my question of what's going to be a planeswalker in this set, if there were any. It's going to be certain legendary creatures. In this case, we got Zariel, Archduke of Avernus. Wow, and I have a Zariel mini, so this is really cool. She's also very mythic rare with that red. She's not holographic or a foil, but hey, she's interesting to get a new planeswalker. So let's see, creature you can hold +1/0 and haste until end of turn. Not bad for a nice little +1 ability. Starts off with 4, so she's not the most highest amount of loyalty, but let's see here. Create a 1/1 red devil token. When your dice deals 1 damage to your target. Oh, that's pretty cool. So this thing, you can use them as like a basic meat shield, and they can damage your target. So you can take out a planeswalker or whatever. You get an emblem at the end of your first combat phase and return untapped target creature you control after this phase. There's an additional combat phase. Okay, that's pretty useful. -6 if you have a really powerful creature to be whipping out there. Then we have Targnar, the Demon Fang Gnoll. Very cheap for cost. He is uncommon. He actually is a foil card, I believe. Oh, no, he's not. My bad. I thought he was. We'll like main book it. But he has Pack Tactics, so that's really cool. And if you throw him in a deck with a bunch of the Gnoll Hunters, he could definitely take advantage, because you go around with, say, like 3 of them attacking, the 6/6, they boost the power, he boosts the power, plus you could also double his power and toughness until the end of the turn for, wow, okay, 4 minutes. So basically triple his cost, or double his cost. But, hey, that's pretty useful if you wanted to make a Gnoll or Savage Beast deck, or maybe even a Yanogu deck if that's possible. Maybe even Yanogu might be a Planeswalker here. You could have a Yanogu Planeswalker deck. That would be pretty interesting. But you could also make some cool devils by throwing other devils in here into Zariel under her command and let her rule a very cool deck. Very nice. Let's open up the next pack, which we're going to talk about the art of the pack first because it really got me. I really like this pack's artwork because it gives some love to the Mind Flayer, who has some person with little glasses, looks like he's about to clean them and all. He's got like some clothes. He's not like your dirty, evil Mind Flayer. It looks pretty cool. Now let's open this up, ruin his face when I rip this package open, and see what we got inside. That's worth taking a little look at. Let's get into it, shall we? Okay, so our full art for this one, it looks to be like a lovely snow-peaked mountain. Looks very nice. Let's take a look at the back and see who did it and what number it is out of whatever. So, it is number 59 out of 81 and done by a Sarah Finnegan. Very nice, Sarah Finnegan. It's a very nice mountain full art. Very nice. Let's move on. So here we have 2 interesting cards. We have a card that I should have probably gone over before. I don't know if I did or not. But we have Charmed Sleep showing a copper dragon being dropped by an adventurer. I think I did show it. I just want to show it again. It's just so funny. We also get the Yuan-Ti Fangblade. So we get a Yuan-Ti character. Now, obviously, this would probably be a Yuan-Ti Pureblood, I'm assuming. He looks very humanoid, so probably a Pureblood. And he has Death Touch, which is pretty cool. And you get to venture into a dungeon every time it deals damage to a player. So that's pretty cool. Very nice little Yuan-Ti. He's got some cool thing. He brings some interesting look to the race. Very nice. Okay, and here we have the critical hit. Could not, not involve this being both uncommons. But we have the critical hit. Always the thing you want to see when you roll those dice and get that sweet 20 and go, critical hit. Double my damage. And as it's expected, you gain double strike until the end of turn. When you roll a natural 20, return critical hit from the graveyard to your hand. I mean, goodness gracious, I love how it actually even takes advantage of the critical 20. Then we have the Guild Thief. So all you people who play as orcs in your game. Only 2 to cast, 1/1, but, deals combat damage to player, putting 1 counter on it. So it gets, for every time it deals damage to a player, it gets a 1/1. So it gets to boost itself, makes itself slowly stronger. There'll be ice effect also going on there. So it must be an ice mage. And then we have here the Cunning action for 4, 1 blue, 3 colorless. Guy thief can't be blocked this turn. So that's pretty cool. You can make it unblockable and start slowly building this Orc's rogue skills to the point where it's really damageful. If you can get out to, like, say, a 7/7, you make it a force to be reckoned with. Very nice. Very nice. Now we get to the last card, the rare card. Now, the token in here was another treasure token, which is good. But we get a Yanti Malisan. It is rare. It is only 2 mana to play. It's a snake rogue, technically. And the Malisan can't be blocked as long as it's attacking alone. So whenever it attacks alone, it gets to basically unblockable, which is really cool. And whenever Yanti Malisan deals combat damage to a player, venture into the dungeon. Ooh. So that's pretty nice. You get to venture. He gets to basically attack wherever he wants, not being blocked. So he can always whip down on a player with that 2/1. But of course, having the 1 toughness, I see why. You'd hate to go into battle and have him get dropped by something bad for someone like this that basically is going to sneak around your enemy line and stab the player in the back. So very nice, MTG. Very nice. So Wizards of the Coast, you've done well at merging the D&D feel into the Magic the Gathering. I love this, man. These sets were really good. I got some great cards. I got some Planeswalkers. I got some Legendary Beasts. I got some cool art cards. I got a bunch of dungeons. So I get to choose on some dungeons when I go into a game. There's just so much good stuff with these. Man, I would definitely recommend keeping an eye out, guys. If you can grab them for a good price, definitely recommend the set packs. They have a lot of good stuff, but hey, those draft packs didn't do too bad either. They had some legendary surprises in there as well. And theme packs, guys, theme packs are just good. I mean, I opened the green theme pack, got the owlbear I really needed. Plus, I got some purple worms, some gnolls, some other cool things. I didn't get the green dragon, unfortunately, though. But I do have a white dragon and a blue dragon. I still need a blue dragon, or I need the white dragon and red dragon. I still need a blue, still need a green, and still need a black dragon to get the whole chromatic pantheon. And then one day, I'm going to have to try to find a Tiamat. Just to be necessary. Well, anyway, guys, if you've gotten this far, I thank you. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, guys, please do so. Helps out a lot. Also, make sure you hit that bell notification all so you're not missing out on any videos I upload in the future or any videos I happen to throw out there. And also, make sure you sneaky stab rogue that like button. Sneak rogue. Stab. That like button to help it get around the YouTube algorithm. And make sure you throw down some comments, guys, whether it's just a question, maybe a card you really enjoyed, concern, or an idea that you want me to go over in the future. Anyway, guys, that's all I've got for you. I'll see you next time, and bye-bye.